everybody, back with another Storyboard Basic. Today we're going to talk about what it takes to make action happen within panel to another panel to another panel. And we're talking about directional arrows. It's very simple kind of idea that people seem to forget a lot about how essential that arrows are. So the basic idea of a directional arrow is that if we have a character running profile, we'll go like this. We're going to draw a basic profile picture like this. Like this. And character is running from this panel. We're going to have like a medium, and we're going to have another panel. We're just going to make some really loose panels on the paper. Usually when I'm drawing a storyboard, it's on the Procreate app on the iPadPro, and I'll show you how to do that afterwards. But first I'm going to just show you on paper how to really kind of get the idea here, then maybe you guys can get a better sense as to how you can make your arrows work for you. And that we'll do is we'll go this way here and draw an alternating arm as if a movement from behind. That's the arm, and this is just basic block. That's the back. This is how I do my storyboard notes like this. I start like this and we'll refine it later, right? Draw a tuft of hair going back to make it look like they're in motion. Like this, neck, shoulder, like this, and then alternating, because you don't move your right leg with your right arm, you move your right leg with your left arm. Body alternates that way. We're going to have this here. That's the back. We're going to have this side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have it the flip side almost. We're just going to go like this here. We're going to draw it like that. And say I have an action that's going to happen here like this. And we're going to go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to add this. We're making up this action as we go, okay? We don't want to take too long doing this, but we also want to just have something exciting within these 4 panels like this. So then we're going to have the character like this, hair up like this, hands, action lines like that. And then we're going to show a hole. Okay, we're going to show holes. We're going to show just a bunch of circles. We're just going to like establish the hole here. So what is actually happening here, and how are we going to know where we're starting from and where we're moving? Sometimes, like I always say, we go left to right because that's the directions that we read in, right? We go top to bottom. But sometimes we're just having a crazy kind of move because it depends what the director you're working with on a specific project, exactly how you want to have the action go about, right? So we're just gonna go like this, and we're gonna add it so it's like, oh, it's like a broken hole that they missed, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go this way and this way. So we're gonna go counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right ahead, and we're just gonna make our character a bit more defined now that we have our action. So we're gonna have a camera move, arrow, arrow, like this. That is the line of action of where our reading is gonna be. But the camera action, we're gonna go curves like this, because it's going to go this way like that. Okay, so we're going to have our arrows this way. Okay, really simple, easy to do. We're going to have a camera go this way, and then we're going to go line of action like this here. Okay, just like this. We're going to go from the back. We're going to follow, pan, and follow the actor. Pan and follow the actor over, okay? Pan and follow the actor. And then the actor is going to fall like this, down. Like that. And then we're going to move in. And what we're going to do is we're going to tilt down. So these are the steps you take to make lines of action happen. And if we're moving the camera the reading action is going to be this direction and clockwise. We can always split it up, make it longer, take it into Photoshop. But when we have two panels, it's going to basically, the idea is that this is one take. It's what we call a oner. Better? Oh my God. I have to change the lighting here. Sorry, you're going to see a bit more like cuts here and there because I'm trying to fix my lighting. My lights are kind of going on me now. So what we'll do is we're just going to go right ahead and keep going, plowing through. We're going to go right through this, okay? And maybe I'll just move my... Okay, really quick. I record these and go streaming on Twitch at the same time. So whoever's on Twitch, you're going to see these first. And if you want to follow us on Twitch, you can. What's really funny is you're going to see it completely raw, uncut, and how it is on Twitch, about how we record and how we draw, okay? We always clean it up for YouTube later. So we're streaming and recording at the same time. We're just trying to get as much audience as we can so we can reach out to people in every platform so we can help them plan a project and give them some inspiration as to where they can find things that will help them with their project. So here we go. We're going to go right back to this here. And what we got here is we've got pan and follow. So again, a pan is left to right, okay? Right to left. A tilt is up, down, down, up. Tilt, pan, okay? It's a tilt and a pan. It can be a tilt down to a pan. It could be a pan and a tilt. And it could be these different kind of combinations, okay? But not everything is a tilt and not everything is a pan up, pan down. That's wrong. Here's an example, and I show this in class, is this image. And YouTube, you'll see this. And it's an image of how a lot of people and a lot of directors and a lot of production people just say pan up, pan down, pan down, pan down, pan up, pan up, pan up, pan left, pan and follow and whatever. It's not it. That's not how it works. It's pan left and right and tilt up and down, okay? Get that language straight and understand it, because then more you know going in these basic rules, you're going to be better at what you do. And you'll be able to plan what you do better. So if we want to show that this character is going to be running, let's go with some markers now, okay? Really simple, thick block arrows. Really simple, thick arrows, okay? Really simple. We're showing that we're following. We're going to pan from right to left and follow. We're going to follow this dude. Just running. Maybe he's chasing someone. I don't know. Draw the curve for the ear. Show a hair getting a bit messier. Blocks for hands. A bit of knuckle. Just like this here, okay? Whatever, you know? We just want that. Pan, follow. Running in this direction. Draw some action lines, just like this. Bit of this, bit of that. Little like that. Little L's. Fast moving angled L's. That way you'll be able to show that your character is moving in that direction, okay? And then we're gonna, what happens here? Character is going to turn around a corner. We'll just draw a beam of some sort like this. Thumb. There's the hand. Okay. The back, just like this. Okay. Like that. There's the back of the ear. He's like that. A little quick little curve, little action curve. That's all we need. It's a little action curve, just like that. Just a bit like that. Around the corner. Runs around the corner. But then they fall down. really simple block arrows are showing action, but not just showing action, helping to visually define the action happening in the shot or the panel. If we said that this is going to be a one long take and what we call a oner, then this is exactly what we want to do. I'll just put it, he runs around a bookshelf like this. Runs around a bookshelf, okay? Just like this. He runs around, and then his hair. I'm just going to draw the hair going up like that and a little bit of action lines. A bit of a hand. I was like, oh no, what the hell? Some hands, just like squiggly lines. We fix the hands later. Remember, these are rough notes. So we can kind of go, oh no, what happened? Because we turn, it's 1, 2, 3, and it's 4. And then what we're going to do is go like this. Curves. Like this. Tilt. We're going to tilt and follow down. Like this. Okay. That's how we do this. And we're going to have that the floorboards are broken. Right? And then we're going to have the figure of the guy falling like this. A reading, this is the arrow I'm just establishing just for our purpose today of establishing how we read the panels. Panel 1, 2, then 3, and then 4. Put some distance and definition between our panels, the borders like this. I'm just going to go over, and so you guys can get a better sense as to what's going on. Of course, these are just our rough notes. You'll have the storyboard templates. You can download that off our website right now. A link is in the description of the video. And we've put some other stuff up there you might want to see. Also, all our previous episodes are up on our website, as well as this playlist on YouTube. So if you guys want to go back and just review a few things, we're going to come back and do a book review as well soon. So stay tuned for that. Hit like and subscribe and hit that bell for a notification button. So how do we define our action? We're going to follow this one take, uncut, pan and follow. We're going to follow this way. We're going to follow him going around a corner. I can even go like this. And what helps is adding a bit of thicker lines on one edge. Just like this. It kind of gives it that blockier 3D sense to things, okay? This has been a mainstay in what I do. It has always helped define exactly how thick these arrows are, also helping with the direction and angle we're looking at. So this guy is going to fall down like this into something. Or just right down. Falls down. Like this. Like that. And then we're going to make these blocky arrows like this. And we establish just on the outer edge which side we see the arrow, okay? And we're just gonna see, because we're looking down at the arrow, so anything that's facing up, we see a bit of an angle on that, on the 3/4 angle, we're gonna see those. So we're just gonna establish some wood boards here. Okay. Add the textures, and we're going to follow and pan and tilt all at the same time. So if this is like a dolly track, we can even say dolly track if we wanted to, if the director wanted that. We had enough room for a dolly track. That's where the photographer comes in on these meetings. And then we're gonna go ahead and just say pan and follow, goes around corner, and then falls as soon as they didn't see the hole and they fall into that. And we'll add some other kind of gradient shading into this and just the boards, and falls into hole. Falls into hole like that. So that's cool. We got that 1, 2, 3, 4. Pan and follow, goes around corner, falls down and into hole. So how do we really just kind of play with making arrows? Let's just go over your basic left and right arrow, make a big block. Just like this. Start like that way. Try and make it as even as you can. And I'll show you on Procreate how to do this using their tools as well, really quick. We'll have an arrow like this. Really simple, okay? Right there. Go like this here. No one cares that they are perfect and straight. But if you make one good arrow in Procreate, you can duplicate. We're going to go over that in a second. You can duplicate that over and over and over again. But if we do it on paper, if this is a thicker arrow and we see a little bit of it tilted, so if we had something like, say, this glasses case like this, say this is the arrow, we see a bit more of this and maybe a bit more of that way, so 3/4 angle up and to the side. Okay, that's what we're going to do here, just like this, just like that. That's that one arrow. A little bit on this side. 3/4 looking. Now we have an angle to a flat arrow. So if we're going to have a curve, we're going to go this way. Just like this. Maybe, remember, if that's the middle of the arrow, usually what I like to do is go like a middle of the arrow. Just a line and a cross, and then this is going to be right there. That's how I find my angle for my arrows, just like this. So it's basically a curve and a line. And where's the tip of the arrow? Not here, there. I make that mistake too. I did already right there, but I just redefined it where I want it. This way and then this way. Really simple. Just find the halfway point between and get that and get your arrows. So if you want it to show like a real angle, you're going to go this way. This way, 2 lines wider. So we're going to have it so it's like coming from far, from a distance, closer. So if I go this way, we follow and connect our arrows, and we're going to go middle here and make the line shorter here. So we're going to get the tip there. I'm going to get the tip, go middle there. So we're going to go this way. So if it's coming towards us from a distance, we're going to have the thicker edge we're looking at. We're going to have the thicker edge right there. Right there. That's our thicker edge. And then we're going to go thinner to thicker. Thinner to thicker. Just like that, okay? That's how we do that. We're not going to really see much of the edge from the distance, but about halfway through we can thicken it up and show that, hey, that's the thicker block, you're part of this arrow. And the same with this guy. We're going to go this way and this way, and then what we're going to do is go up and make our arrows this way. Our directional arrows to show curves, to show action. We're going to show our direction, right? And we're going to change the angle of this. This is literally the same shape, but which angle is it? Is this the outer edge or the inner edge? So if that's the outer edge, because we've established the inside edge is up above it, the outer edge, and for this one, since we're looking inside the curve, will be on the bottom. It'll be the opposite. And once you do this a bit more in practice, you're going to get better at it, okay? The good thing about drawing is the more you do it, the better you get at it. Like literally, you get better by drawing every day. Right? Just like this, just thicken it up. There you go. And if you look at some great examples, and we went over them in the storyboard books that I have on the shelf there for Star Wars, the original trilogy, when Joe Johnston would kind of go like a line of action where the snow speeder was going between the legs of an AT-AT. He established the line of action of the curve. So what he would do is he would go like that. That's the main line of action, so that's the outer edge. And then we're just going to follow the top here That's the band. So it's like big ribbons. You're drawing ribbons with an arrow at the tip. Like that. And that is the line of action of the flight of a plane, bird, kite, person on a bike. Doesn't matter, right? What matters is that you get your action and your ribbons down. So let's go into Procreate on the iPad, and we're going to do that again, but using their tools, and especially something that they have called Draw Assist. Here we are, and we are back in Procreate. We made a new page. What we did is we went ahead and we got ourselves blank slate. We're going to go over using Draw Assist, making an arrow. Go up to the tool icon, which is a wrench, and we're going to tap on Canvas right there, okay? Once we tap on Canvas, we're going to go down and find Draw Guide. Automatically, you're going to have this grid show up. When it comes to this, default, it's going to go 2D grid. And this is basically straight lines across, straight lines up and down. Vertical, horizontal, straight lines only. Let's bring down. That would work. I think that's a bit better. Okay. Maybe if that's better. You can see that there's a grid here, and to make it for our recording purposes better, I'm going to change the color of the grid. There's an editing. We go back to tools right here, wrench, go to drawing guide is turned on. Edit drawing guide is where we can make a bunch of changes here, and also the different kinds of drawing assist we can use here. Okay, we can change the lines of the color of how bright we want it, the opacity. I think for our purpose, we're going to have something that's going to be contrasting, sticking out. Also, you have down here assisted drawing. If you don't turn this on, this won't work. Assisted drawing, tap on that. So we're going to just get a thicker, let's just get this gel pen about midway. And what we have here is we have right there, thick line. Want it thicker? Go ahead, go all the way up. Thick line, drag across. As long as you tap on your layers and it says layer draw assisted, that's going to turn on. You tap here, turn off drawing assist, curves come back. Double tap to undo. Go back here to your layers, drawing assist, go back right there. That's what we do. Make that here, make it just a basic line, not too long. We want to make that one end, okay? And then here we're going to go about 4 high and go down to about 4 high, okay? Now, how are we going to make the point of this arrow? Well, I'm going to find the middle, and I'm going to go across. I'm going to hold the pen down on the screen, and I'm going to go like this, and then I can move it. Stays a straight line. We're editing the line here, okay? Just like this. We're doing a straight line here. But what am I going to do? I'm going to go and finger down, keep your pen down, and what happens? It goes on like a 15-degree increment like this all the time. You can go bigger point, smaller point. We want a bit of a shorter point. We want about that much. It goes that way. Done. We're going to do the same right here. Like this. Hold down so you can move the line. Do not lift your pen off the paper. Put your finger down like this. And now we can find the end point. There you go. And then we can go ahead and erase. And when your draw assist is on, your erase is there. If you want to use the same pen for the eraser, tap down on eraser and it selects that again. So you use the same eraser for your pen as you do your eraser. So what do we do here? Oh, it can only, look at that. I can't do it. It's because assist is on. So assist works with all pen tools, okay? Just like this. A little bit bigger pen. Just like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and we have made ourselves a solid arrow. We're just going to erase the stuff inside. Maybe change my to a thicker pen, and I can kind of just use the pressure a bit more and just kind of fatten it up as I push down harder. We go ahead and we make our arrow. Okay, arrow is done. just like this. Pretty much done. We got our grid. If you want, you can turn your grid off as well. Just want to tighten up your arrows. I'm going to turn off the background color. I'm going to go ahead and turn off drawing guide. And go ahead and tap on my color palette here, my ink, my little well of colors. Choose white. Drag and drop. Just drag and drop. That's it. Tap down. Don't lift the pen, and just drag and drop. Now we have our arrow. I make one arrow and I reuse it 17 different ways. What I like to do is I'll go ahead, swipe, duplicate like this, and I turn off the bottom one. So that's my master one I always copy. When I take this one, I go to the arrow or the cursor up there. Now it's my transform tool. And turn off snapping and turn off magnetics. That kind of goes on sometimes, I forget them all. What I want to do is I can change just the scale of it, all of it, just the scale, or even better, go to distort, and now I can give it the perspective that it needs. So if we're following and the camera's going this way, or rotate it this way like this little green handle, we'll do rotate, and I want to make it wider, and I'm going to be like, hey, this is my camera dolly towards a character. It's this arrow every time. So I'm going to keep it like this, and then what I do is I double that up. I duplicate this, and I tap the layer below, and I tap on this magic wand. The magic wand brings up your color and effects. Go to hue, saturation, brightness, and I'm just going to bring down the brightness. You can't see it now because the other arrow is above it. This second arrow that I chose is now all black. Turn off the top layer. See, I made that black. As long as this is, put it back on. As long as this is highlighted, that's the only one I'm working with. What I'm going to do is go back to uniform. I don't want to change its shape. Keep it on uniform, and I'm just going to move it down. Just like that. Tap on my pen again, make sure my color is black. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and fill it in. Maybe shrink my pen a bit more, just like this, okay? This is all I do to make 3D arrows. In like a couple of minutes, using Drawing Assist, I have made one arrow that becomes multiple arrows. And that is the tool I use a lot. This is what has helped with all of our projects in the past, just like this. And then keep it as one arrow. I grab these two like this, I pinch. There you go. That's your arrow. That's your directional arrow for your boards, for your projects. You can add any other notes you want on top of it as a separate layer. The key thing here is that you have your directional arrows to help with action, to help with movement, to help with camera movement and scene information that the rest of the production crew will need to know. This is used in animation, this is used in advertising, video games, everything. If you don't understand your directional arrows, you're not going to understand where your project is moving in camera. That's all we have time for today. Thanks for joining me. I liked being with you guys and doing this again. We're going to go back and review a few more books later. Just please let us know which one you want to read. Is it going to be, you want us to review Blade Runner 2049, or do you want us to go over Game of Thrones? Need to hear from you guys. Leave a comment leave a comment for us. Let us know. Always like and subscribe. Let the algorithm know you like what you see. You like hanging out with us. Hit that bell for notification. If you got questions, put them in the comments. Slide in our DMs, and let us know that way. Until next time, make great art. Take it easy.